Okay, cool.
And then otherwise we'll just follow you.
Okay, okay, and we. No problem.
Guys, that messed me up. Oh my God, that messed me up. I'm gonna play the marimba. The marimba. Wait, I'm gonna play the piano. Get in here. What time is it? It's 8:30. Why is it? Let's just start the service. Nobody's in here.
Yeah, they closed the doors.
No, no.
They only just opened.
Let's just play something. Let's play.
Yeah, let's just sing something until they come in.
They're turning the lights on and off. Nobody wants, you know.
Oh,
Hey, nobody wants to be in this circus.
Mazurka. What key do you play that in?
Oh, wait. Come on in. Good shot. Get your lights on. La, la,
We need to keep singing people in.
יאללה, עשי משהו. עשי
We
משהו.
miss you up here.
We want you
to come up
sit
here.
Closer
Come
to us.
closer.
Come
Come
from the back
closer.
of the room.
Come on, come a little closer.
We won't bite
don't bite.
you.
You don't get wet if you're up front.
We don't smell.
I guess not.
What? Yeah, but I want to sing something first. Lord, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up. Lord, lift me up, lift me up. Can you sing that with me? Lord, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up. Lord, lift me up, lift me up like this. Higher, higher, higher and higher. Higher, higher and higher. Higher, higher, higher and higher. Higher, higher and higher. Lord, let me pray, let me pray, let me pray. Lord, let me pray, let me pray. Can you sing it with us? Lord, let me pray, let me pray, let me pray. Lord, let me pray, let me pray. Higher, higher, higher and higher. Higher, higher and higher. Higher, higher, higher and higher. Higher, higher and higher. Hey everyone, it would make us so happy if you would come closer to us. Would you consider
Nobody wants to.
in the back of the room? We can't see you, we want to see you. Yeah, come join us up in the front. Oh, you'll like it. Higher, higher, higher and higher. Higher, higher and higher. Higher, yeah, yeah, come sit closer. Higher, higher and higher.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
It's our minhag at the late Shabbat to invite anybody who has something that's sweet, a simcha, either that just happened or is about to happen, to come up and open up the gates of Shabbat by lighting the Shabbat candles. So if there's something sweet that you have, a birthday, an anniversary, you just got into an amazing relationship, you left a terrible relationship, you left a bad job, you got a new job, you just moved here, it's your first time at the late Shabbat, come on up here and help us light the Shabbat candles. Come on. Come on this way. Birthday. We got everything going on. Somebody got a new Tesla. Hey! We have birthdays, we have engagements, we have new babies. So let's open up this Shabbat with a lot of light and gratitude. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher nishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. Higher, higher, higher and higher. Higher, higher and higher. Higher, higher, higher and higher. Higher,
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's actually dark in here now at the 6 p.m. service. It was still daytime. But now Shabbat is really here, and we bring Shabbat in. Kabbalat Shabbat is a series of psalms, and so we're going to turn to page 14, and this is a verse from Psalm 97, which actually has that word simcha in it. Simcha means happiness, means sweetness. Or zarua la tzadik ulishre lev simcha. It means light is sown for the righteous, radiance for the upright. We've been working on this song. We bring it here from Los Angeles, where my friend Rabbi Scott Goldberg, whose Hebrew name is Simcha, wrote this song.
It has repeating words. Maybe you'll join us. And do you know what or means in Hebrew? Light. Sorry.
Zaru ala tzadik, Zaru ala tzadik, Zaru ala tzadik, ulishrei lev simcha.
Or zarua.
Zaru ala tzadik, Zaru ala tzadik, Zaru ala tzadik, ulishrei lev simcha. Simcha yayai, simcha yayai, simcha yayai,
Yeah, let's do that one.
Should we do Lecha Dodi?
Do you want to do Lecha Dodi? Okay. Do you have a particular melody that you want to do?
Traditional.
Okay, traditional. We know a.
Yeah.
Which tradition are you referring to? Yeah.
Is it the Orthodox Sephardic or Orthodox Ashkenazi or is it Mizrahi, Kabbalistic? Which,
Is it this
which
one?
traditional?
Lecha Dodi likrat kala. Okay, let's do that one. Okay.
Like the Eurovision here.
Let's take a vote.
Here we go. Lecha Dodi likrat kala.
Page 20.
Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekavela. Likrat Shabbat. Oh, yeah, sorry. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad, ki Emanu-El hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'shemo tiferet v'leila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekavela. Okay, I'm just curious. A show of hands. How many people actually know that tune? Okay. Okay.
Switch it up.
Okay, sure. Okay, how about this one? לקראת שבת, לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם, נעשו חזות מעשה, במחשבה תהילה, לך אדוני, לקראת קלה, בני שבת, כי תעוררי, כי בעורף קומי אורי, שיר דברי כבוד אדוני, עלייך נגלה, לך אדוני, לקראת קלה, בני שבת, בואי בשלום, עטרת פנה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמונך עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, הולך דודי לקראת קלה. You can turn around now. שבת נקבלה, הולך דודי לקראת קלה. בני שבת נקבלה. יא לה 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 לה, יא לה לה, יא לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה לה, יא לה Okay, what other Lechadodi melodies do you know?
Here all night.
We could do Lechadodi medley all night long. But I think we should do the Baruch Hu.
You got
We
it.
should do the Baruch Hu, and we'll stay standing for the Baruch Hu,
Okay.
which is our call to prayer, and we're on page 28.
We're going to try a little bit of a different Baruch Hu with you tonight. So this is a repeat after me. You don't need your book at all.
This is a repeat after me.
Yeah. Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu, dear one, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name, when I call on the light of my soul, I come home. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name, when I call on the light of my soul, I come home. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. What do you want to do next? Let's do it. Let's stay on our feet. Will you tell them?
Will I tell them what we're doing? It's
Yeah.
page 32, and this is Ahavat Olam from our liturgy, which leads us through this great love that permeates the world and that hopefully gets inside of us, and that leads us right into Shema. That's how this prayer is structured.
And it's a very traditional melody. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ata, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shorveinu u'kumeinu, nasiach et חוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, אורך ימינו.
ובהם נגן
יומם
ולילה,
ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד
may take a seat, and we'll continue with the words of Yahavta, which are found on page 36. Would you all please join me filling this room with love? ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Before we move on, a few words of Torah. So this morning I was out on a walk with my dog, and I encountered a neighbor who I'm friendly with, but we hadn't exchanged names before. I knew her dog's name, obviously. But like good neighbors do, we exchanged names and contact information so that we can help each other out when the dog needs a walk or needs to be fed or something like that. And she gave me her name, and afterwards she said, "Yep, I'm a member of the tribe." The tribe that everyone seems to hate right now. In our limited interactions, my interaction with this neighbor, being Jewish had never come up before. I don't get the sense that my neighbor is a person who's strongly affiliated as a Jewish person, and yet the current level of hatred toward Jews, which is rising each day, causes even the most apathetic or unaffiliated or disinterested Jewish people to reckon with the insidious, baseless hatred directed at all of us. Now, I would have some trouble articulating a coherent position or solution to this intractable conflict in Israel with the Palestinians. I'm not going to get into that tonight, but it's a problem that hasn't gone away in earnest, not since 1948, not since 70, not ever. Beyond just growing up in Jewish community, I got a real education on this issue when I was in college, and then after college when I lived and traveled in Israel and the West Bank, and in all the other Jewish communities I visited around the world, whether in Haifa or Hattiesburg. The Jews I met, those who have the strongest connection to the heritage and the ways of our people, are connected through Kedusha. Rabbi Mintz and I are both speaking about it this evening, so I'm going to leave some for her to unpack later. But suffice it to say that Kedusha is holiness, and our Torah, our entire wisdom tradition, strives to guide and instruct us on how to achieve it, on how to achieve Kedusha. This week's Parsha is called Kedoshim, which includes the Ten Commandments, and it includes norms and structures about sexuality, about diet, about justice, all in the name of articulating a different way, a different program for the Jews to achieve Kedusha. Certain pieces of that guidance have evolved out of the tradition, thank God, around homosexuality, dietary restrictions, the use of corporal punishment. Certain things have been humanely reimagined by our rabbinic innovation process. These laws can be updated, and interpreted laws can be considered sacred and holy and kosher. And then there are the parts that we didn't need to touch at all, parts of our program for Kedusha that can live on. They're summed up in the Ten Commandments, but really they appear throughout the Torah and all of our wisdom tradition. These laws find themselves, we find them, we encounter them in all the places we go. Stated in V'ahavta, which we just chanted right now, just before, when we get up, when we lie down, when we're home, when we're on the way, and even, transition point, when we're on the bus. If you board a city bus in Israel, I don't know how many of you have had that experience, but if you board a bus in Israel, a city bus, you'll see that at the front of the bus there's an ancient biblical phrase that's printed on the front, and it says, Mipnei seva takum. What does this mean? You shall rise before the elderly. This is a verse that comes from this week's Torah portion, and it's part of our holiness code. Mipnei seva takum means you shall rise before the elderly, which I think is very cute to have on a bus, and it's very practical, because on some buses here it says priority seating or what have you, but in Israel, the message gets across in a pasuk, in a biblical verse, and on those buses, it's not just about the practicality. There's an understanding by encountering this verse that the world doesn't stay the same, that people do not stay the same, that we all evolve on a trajectory from youth to old age, and that at any point in life, it's required, it's holy, it's sacred to show deference, to show honor, to stand up before those who come before you. What makes this part of our path to holiness is not just that it's the right thing to do, as laid out in the first part of the verse, get up, make way. The latter half of the verse, which I didn't read, is the latter half of many biblical verses, which is, you shall fear your God, I am Adonai. Or a bar mitzvah student came up to me and said, what does it mean to fear God? And I gave him the whole explanation. It can mean to see God as awesome as well. Fear and awe are one word in Hebrew. It says, get up, stand up, and you shall fear your God, I am Adonai. So what does this mean? This takes it from being a good citizen to being a Jew, from acting righteously to being in a never-ending chain of those who marched toward holiness, toward the way things ought to be in holiness. And while it's tempting to enter the fray of discourse that's going on right now, or whether my neighbor feels that the whole world hates her, I remember that this parsha didn't tell me to be Zionist or tell me to be American or anything. It told me to be holy. It tells us to be kadosh, kadoshim tehiyu, and to live with awe and wonder of that which knows no bounds. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
And I would love to lead us into,
Well, I think it would be a really holy moment if we would take the lights down. So let's do that.
And if you're with somebody that you love or you'd like to love on a little bit, put your arms around them.
Oh, it's okay. We don't need the hallway lights. Yeah. Thank you. Hashkifeinu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Hamidenu shomrei nu lechaim Ashkifeinu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Hamidenu shomrei nu lechaim Ushmor tzedkeinu Umoenu
while the lights are still down, we're going to turn our thoughts toward healing. Healing of body, of mind, of spirit. If you're thinking of someone who is in need of healing this Shabbat, I want to invite you to close your eyes, think of that person, and say their name out loud, right where you are, to bring their spirit into this sanctuary tonight. We pray for a speedy and complete healing for all of these loved ones, refuah shlema. And we now sing for their refuah at this time.
Misheperach avotenu mekor abracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheperach imotenu mekor abracha avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We're going to leave the lights down and we're going to rise together for our tefillah, which is on page 46, and we will do the ptichta, the opening together, and then do our silent meditation. And you can feel free to be seated once you are complete.
Adonai, Adonai, Sefatai tiftach, Ufi, Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, Adonai, Sefatai tiftach, Ufi yagid
Sag mir, wo die Blumen sind. I'll start over.
Okay.
Sag mir, wo die Blumen sind und wo sind sie geblieben? Sag mir, wo die Blumen sind, was ist geschehen? Sag mir, wo die Blumen sind, Mädchen pflückten sie geschwind. Wann wird man je verstehen? Wann wird man je verstehen?
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Gone to young girls, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Gone to young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? Gone to flowers, everyone. When will we ever learn? When will we ever learn? And what language were you singing in there, Noah? Oh. Oh.
German.
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 I thought it was Yiddish.
German.
German. Okay.
So even though it would be nice to just stay in this light for the rest of the night, I think we're going to lift the lights up now and come back into the light. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. I think maybe a little bit, yeah, like to a 3-4. I feel like I'm going to have my teeth worked on right now up here. So as Rabbi Westreich said about this week's Parsha, about Kedoshim, that Judaism gives us a balm in a world that is so full of distress. And that's better. And we have this holy time every single week so that 1/7 of our life, think about that, is in Shabbat. 1/7 of our entire life, we have this opportunity from when the sun sets until there's 3 stars in the sky on Saturday night. It's a gift to be able to have holy time. And the word kadosh, we find it all over our tradition. So kadoshim is the word for this parsha, holiness, or, holiness is like old school, but really it's sacredness or uniqueness or specialness. And then when we do the kiddush, it's the same root of the word. And we're not actually making the wine or the grape juice holy or special or sacred. We're taking that juice and we're using the blessing to make the time holy, to make the Shabbat holy. It's the same thing when you stand under a chuppah. If you get married as a Jew, it's called kiddushin. It's the same root. It's to make yourself sacred to another human being, to make yourself different than anybody else to that person. And then finally, in just a few moments, we're going to say this prayer that we say at the end of every service, the Kaddish. Same root. And what is the Kaddish making holy or separate or sacred? It's making the memory of somebody that was dear to you, somebody who loved you or infused you with life. You're making that sacred. And I like to think about Abraham Joshua Heschel, the rabbi who taught us that Shabbat is actually a cathedral or a sanctuary in time. And that it doesn't mean that we don't have holy cathedrals or sanctuaries in place. And I think it starts out with this idea of how do we make things that are ordinary, special, and sacred and holy. And right now, I think sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I would be just really happy for an ordinary day. Because the days are hard, as you said. We feel put upon, and we feel looked at in such a negative glare or negative way that sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I hope nothing bad happens today, which is a hard way to wake up if you just want to have something ordinary. And this gift of Shabbat teaches us as Jews that we live in ordinary time most of the time. But for 1/7 of our life, we get to dream and vision and think about the world not as it is broken, but the way that it might be. And Rabbi Yitz Greenberg says, gives us his beautiful teaching. He says, this is the covenantal method of world transformation, which the Torah portion holds up as twin tracks on the way to world repair. Start by redeeming one day, just Shabbat. If you start with Shabbat, then widen the liberation steadily until Sunday, and then Monday is holy, and then at some point, maybe all 7 days, we can be living in holy time. And then he says, even with physical space, start with one ideal building. Maybe it's a tiny little altar in your apartment, something that is sacred and sweet. And then expand it maybe to a synagogue. And then extend that goodness to one city, to a country, and then to the world. He said, keep on extending the zone of life, freedom, perfection, get some allies along the way, and someday the whole world might be like Shabbat. It might be like a special place. It will be redeemed. A Garden of Eden with liberty and justice, love and peace for all, which seems really out of reach right now, but if we just take it one Shabbat at a time, one tiny mikdash, holy place at a time, he said maybe we will live in a Garden of Eden with liberty and justice, love and peace for all, which is what I think every human being deserves on this planet. Judaism also says that it's not just Shabbat that is sacred time, but there's an entire arc of time. And we're in the middle of counting between Pesach and Shavuot, the 49 days of the counting of the Omer, which ties us in ancient Israel. The Omer were the barley and wheat festivals that we would use to count between one festival and the next. So it really grounded us in the land. And we still do it from the second day of Passover until Shavuot, 49 days. And so I'd like to end with us actually counting. And this is a very special day of counting because we're on the 18th day of the counting of the Omer of the 49. And what does 18 signify? Life. So we're the day of Chai. And if you would join us and turn to page 278, we're going to all count the Omer together. And we're on day 18, And Cantor Addy is going to lead us in, it's called Sfirat HaOmer, and it's the regular blessing that you do, the Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher tov v'tzivanu, and then you say Al Sfirat HaOmer.
Rabbi, can you tell them something about the spiritual practice of Omer?
Yeah, so the spiritual practice of the Omer, in case you guys, anybody here farming for wheat or barley in San Francisco? Nobody? Okay, so it's ancient Israel. So there's the physicality of agriculture, but there's also the spiritual ascent. And so, usually you count down, right? 10, 9, 8. This counts 1 to 49. And there's this idea of the Kabbalistic sfirot, of the midot, where you actually are combining different attributes of the divine presence every single day of the 49 days, and it's supposed to give you a deepening of your spiritual practice. So if you go online tonight, it's only day 18. You have a lot. What's 49 minus 18? Thank you. They didn't give us accounting classes in rabbinical school, so I always have to ask somebody else. You have plenty of time. Go online and find an Omer counter, and it will help you with your spiritual development as you're on this path up to day 49. And then on the 50th day, what do we do, Rabbi Westrike? We're doing it together this year.
We learn all night.
We learn all night
We
long.
learn all night
that
on
50th,
Shavuot.
yeah. on
We drink
Shavuot.
coffee and eat chocolate. All night. We drink coffee and eat chocolate all night.
And cheesecake.
Cheesecake and
cheesecake.
blintzes.
And blintzes.
That's the food.
There's always food involved.
So Sfirat HaOmer.
And I believe we rise while saying this?
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
please
so.
rise.
Like we are a field of wheat.
So many of you will recognize a lot of the words. There are the words that are sort of part of our formula for many Hebrew blessings, but it finishes with 3 words. It says, Al Sfirat HaOmer. Say Al Sfirat.
Al
Al
Sfirat.
Sfirat HaOmer. For the counting or the telling, the counting and the telling. Sefer is, what's a sefer in Hebrew? You know what a sefer is? It's a book, right? And what's a sipur? A story, very good. And what is lispor? To count. So to count and to tell and to recount and to number, it's all in there. Okay, we'll go on. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu v'tzivanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer.
Hayom Shmona Esrei, Yom Shehem Shtei Shavuot v'Arba Yamim LeOmer. Today is the 18th day, which is 2 weeks and 4 days of the Omer.
Al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer.
You may be seated. It's our custom at late Shabbat when we get to Mourner's Kaddish, Kaddish Yatom, which is on page 294, by the way. We know that people are here remembering loved ones of all sorts. And so I want to invite you to think about someone that you would like to say Kaddish for tonight. And if you're comfortable, just rise in place and share with us their name and a brief tidbit of a memory of that person so that we can bring their spirit into the room. Thank you. And you can remain standing. Thank you.
My great aunt Claire, who passed away a couple weeks ago, she just had a great attitude with the rest of her life.
My father passed away in November, who instilled the love of the outdoors in me and always told embarrassing stories of me and my sister.
Did I miss anyone? I feel the presence of all of these loved ones in our space tonight. Now, I want to invite us all to rise in solidarity with our mourners and turn to page 294 for Kaddish Yatom. Yitkadav v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, B'chayechon u'yomechon u'chaye decho beit Yisrael, B'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'al me'al maya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha berichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha. May their memories always be blessings to us.
Oh, say shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru. Amen.
have a seat. So, this is the Young Adult Leadership Committee, and they're going to tell you a little bit about what's coming up. But first, we have to acknowledge Michelle Brody here, who has served on YALC for 2.5 years, and her time on YALC is coming to an end for now because she is moving to Jerusalem. Yeah, she's moving to Jerusalem to pursue a master's degree at Hebrew University, which is incredible on its own. And she's moving to Jerusalem with her husband, Mac, who's going to have to stop filming and come up here. Because Mac Esters, who is a part of our community, is beginning his rabbinical studies at the Hebrew Union College Jewish Institute of Religion. So while this is a toast for Michelle and her service on YALC, this really is a toast to the two of you. I know that you have impacted and touched many members of our community with your hospitality, your warmth, your vision for what Jewish community can be. And I know that you're going to bring that everywhere you go, from Jerusalem to LA to back here in San Francisco in 5 years and 1 day, right? And we just hope that you take a piece of us with you in all of your travels and show the world what San Francisco Judaism is like, what it's all about. We are so happy for you. We are going to miss you terribly. Mazel tov.
Thank you. The announcements.
Great.
Hi, everybody. As you just heard, I am a member of this fantastic Young Adult Leadership Committee. We help put on this late Shabbat and other events that you probably have come to or may want to come to. So if you have questions about anything related to this or those things, please find one of these friendly faces, and they would be so thrilled to chat with you. As you just heard, this is my last late Shabbat. But it doesn't have to be yours. This event happens every month on the second Friday at 8 o'clock. So please come back, bring your friends, tell your friends, bring your mom, whatever. We love late Shabbat, and we hope you do too. Before next late Shabbat, we have some really cool events coming up. Next week, next Thursday, I believe, a member of our community, Jonathan Bramfman, wrote a book called Millennial Jewish Stars, and he will be in conversation with our very own Rabbi Noah, talking about millennial Jewish stars and why they're amazing. And complicated. Sure, I didn't read the book yet. Book's not out yet, but buy it when it comes out. We will also, over Memorial Day weekend, for those of you who are in town, be having a Hikey Fun Times, part 7. But if you've been before, they are really fun. It's great to get outside. And one more event that's actually happening after next late Shabbat, but I wanted to mention it since we talked a little bit about Shavuot tonight. We are having a community learning event for Shavuot. So actually, Emanu-El and other synagogues and other communities in the area are all learning together for Shavuot, and there's a really cool young adult learning portion that is on June 11th, Tuesday, June 11th. It is not on our link tree yet, but put it in your calendars now because it's a really cool event that you won't want to miss, and it's a chance to get involved in the broader community. I think that's everything that I have. Oh, where? Great. After late Shabbat, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here because we do want to let people get out of this building, the folks who work here, most importantly, and put this on for us. So after party is at Ireland's 32. There will be folks walking over. Please exit out of the building and do not congregate directly outside of the building. We don't like that. Rabbi Noah, after this Kiddush and Motzi, will be pouring alcohol at this very table that you see him getting alcohol out for. It is a Bima bar. He would love if you came, talked to him, and got some wine from him. So please do so. Anything else? That's it. Okay.
What time do we have to be out of here tonight?
Be out of here at 10:55. 10:55. Not 11:55. 10:55.
Ready?
Okay. I'm going to give it to Brandon for one more thing.
Hi, everyone. My name's Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi. Really quick, if you are interested in coming to staff next weekend, we have our BBYO regional conventions. If you want to hang out with me, David, and 200 high school teens from around the Bay, let me know. Come find me, and we'll get you set up to maybe staff next week or for future things. Thanks so much. Cheers. Shabbat shalom.
They have it.
I want to hold
You
on
are.
Here, let's all rise together.
Rise for the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'v'ratzon inchilanu zikaron l'maseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher l'yetziat mitzrayim kimanu acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'v'ratzon hilchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat lechaim. And before we do the Motzi, let us please acknowledge the beautiful musicians we have in the room with us tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Cullum, Dan, Jonathan, and Eric, we should not take this for granted. This is unusual, the amount of beauty and music that they bring to us. So,
And how about our
Very
own
lucky.
cantor, Marsha Addy? Woo-hoo! Please join us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz te'avam. Please take your sitarim to the back of
Take
the
your
sanctuary
sitarim
and Shabbat
And join us at the
Shalom.
Bima Bar. Shabbat shalom.